Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. This side Priya Bhatia, and in this video, I am sharing you the recording of my recent session at IIT Madras, which is with respect to the crafting of a great resume. So, I hope that you all are aware that resume is something which plays a very crucial role whenever we want to apply to any of the potential employers, right? And we want to get any job, right? So the question is, how can we craft a great resume? The question is, what key things which we have to take care whenever we are trying to create a resume? So I have tried to showcase few very important points in the session, and I thought that why not to share the recordings with each and everyone on my YouTube channel as well, so that people who are currently applying to different job domains, different roles, and whether you are experienced or you are a fresher, definitely this session will really help you out in order to craft a great resume. Already you will observe I already have a playlist by the name of resume part, where I have showcased you overleaf platform, how can we create the resume with the help of that platform. Even in this session also you will observe I am sharing two templates of my resume, and both of them I have crafted via overleaf itself. So please do watch this session till the very end. Please make sure you will hit like button, share this video with each and everyone, subscribe to my channel, because I'm trying to upload a very quality content here day by day. And thank you so much for so much overwhelming response of your membership. Many people have joined the membership program, and they shared me that they're really enjoying the projects which are uploaded on my YouTube already, and still one project is on the go. Very soon you will observe a new playlist with respect to a healthcare domain project is coming up on my channel, so please stay tuned for that. A lot of work is going on at the back end, and I'm trying to do my level best in order to give you the quality videos with respect to the fields where you are lagging, right, with respect to AI things. So please stay tuned for that as well. And with this, let's get started.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to our highly anticipated session on resume building. I'm Abhishek Ojha, Secretary of Sundarban's House, and your host for today's session. You all know, right? What is the topic of today's session? You all know. You all aware of this topic. We will discuss how can you ensure your resume grabs attention within first few seconds of being reviewed. What are the elements we should include in our resume to make it impossible for a recruiter to ignore? And there is other questions like these type of questions comes in our mind, right? How can you customize your resume to align with the specific need and preference of hiring companies? But before we start talking about to make your resume stand out, let's introduce our guest speaker, who will be sharing some great advice with us. Miss Priya Bhatia ma'am. She's really smart and knows a lot about data science and technology. She started her startup called Tech for All with Priya to help people learn about data science and stuff like that. She's also worked at big MNCs, big companies like Ineron and Thales. So she knows her stuff, right? Priya Bhatia ma'am has done some really cool stuff in her career. She helped a lot of people learn about tech as a mentor at Geeks for Geeks. And she even advised on technical stuff at Avinia Neurotech. Plus, she is super skilled in things like machine learning, deep learning, and medical image processing. In a simple word, she's really good at the tech stuff and loves teaching others about it. And today she is here to help us to learn how to make your resume awesome. So let's give a big virtual welcome to Priya Bhatia ma'am. I'm really excited to hear what she has to say. Let's get started. Welcome Priya Bhatia ma'am
Uh,
to our Sundarban's House and for our series.
First of all, thank you so much for such a warm introduction. Right? Thanks a lot. Can you guys give me the confirmation? Am I properly visible, clearly audible before we will start
Yes,
our
ma'am.
today's
Yes.
discussion?
Yeah,
Perfect,
yeah, yeah.
perfect.
Very visual and
So, Abhishek has already introduced about myself, but still, let me introduce myself and then maybe we'll discuss further. So, my name is Priya Bhatia, and I'm a founder of Tech for All with Priya. I started this journey of teaching 3 years back. Plus, I was doing the full-time job as a data scientist in Ineron company. I hold a master's degree in AI from IIT Hyderabad. Also, I am a YouTuber. You can find me on YouTube by the name of Priya Bhatia itself. There you will see I used to upload the content related to DSA, data science, resume building, career development, personal life development, everything. I usually explore whatever knowledge I usually gain wherever I visit. I usually try to convey that from my videos. So this is a bit about me. Now, without wasting any time, I think we can start our today's agenda, where our focus is that how can we create a impactful resume? How can we create a resume which, if let's say we will pass on to the potential employers, they will get impressed, right? So today's topic is all about that only. But before I'll start this particular topic, let me ask you a few questions. What do you think? Uh, any HR, okay, if they see the resume of any person, how much time they usually spend?
10 seconds.
10 seconds, okay. Any other answer? What do you think? Any
1
2
minute.
guesses?
seconds.
1 minute, okay.
30
Any other
seconds.
answer? 30 seconds,
2
okay.
seconds.
2 seconds.
1 hour.
Perfectly. No, no, no. No one is having a time nowadays to at least spend 1 hour. That is very, very wrong. Huh?
Use AI tools.
Seconds with
Okay.
8
Let,
seconds. 1 hour.
1 minute. Perfect, got it. Ma'am, please
okay,
continue.
perfect. Got it. So many people have said different answers. Few are in seconds. Someone said in hours as well. That's completely fine. Let's try to understand. And someone in the chat window said that they use AI tools. So we'll talk about that as well. Ki at what stage AI tools came into picture, and at what stage actual human being, maybe HR, maybe a manager usually saw your resume. So everything we will try to explore step by step. Okay. So let's try to jump towards the very first slide, where the first thing is, what is resume? So I hope everyone is aware. It's a document. Basically, for maximum 15 seconds review, HR usually spends, and they usually pick up the keywords if it is available in your resume or not. And if yes, depending upon the job profile, if they will find the suitable keywords, they will pass on to the next stage. Now, where this AI-based tool came into picture, usually see ki ATS compliant word many people usually refer. So what is the meaning of ATS compliant, and at what stage this came into picture? Today we will explore that part as well. But before we will move ahead, always remember that I always say to the people, to all the students who are freshers, whenever you are going for a job, just check the job description very well, and at least prepare 2-3 variations of your resume, so that whatever be the profile they're mentioning, accordingly you will change your resume as per that particular thing, as per that particular keywords. I will give you a few examples today, and then we will proceed ahead. Okay. So what are the tips? What are the strategies that we have? How basically we can create an impactful resume? Everything we will discuss now with the practical illustration. I will try to showcase my own resume. I have 2 variations of my resume. I will showcase that, and with the help of which we will try to understand what things are very, very important which we have to take care of whenever we are creating the resume. At the end of the session, I will provide you few resources where you can go and explore the further details regarding the resume creation. Because obviously within 1 hour, we cannot cover up everything, but I will provide you useful resources which you can, after the session, explore in order to get a better understanding of the creation part of a resume. Okay, so shall we start? Is everyone ready? Can everyone give me a big thumbs up? Cool. Perfect. So the very first thing, whenever I usually see specifically for the freshers, they don't usually write a LinkedIn profile on their resume. That's a very biggest mistake which they are doing. How many of you doesn't have created their own LinkedIn profile till so far? Anyone in the meeting who doesn't have their own LinkedIn profile? For the people who don't have, please, at least after this session, try to create your own LinkedIn profile. See, nowadays, it's very, very important to be there on that professional platform where you will see almost everyone, CEOs, CTOs, CXOs, many professionals you will see are available on LinkedIn. Almost those people, at least who are doing something really great in the Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, generative AI based tools. So everyone, every update you will be able to get with the help of that LinkedIn. Let me tell you, whatever opportunities I got in my life, maybe once I start looking into that part. So I was active from past 3 years. That's the only reason I got so many opportunities in my life. So you don't know, so many HRs are there. They're looking into your things, your post, in which particular profile you're interested in, and they will ping you personally, ki, we are looking for this kind of candidate. Can you please help us out? If you are interested, can you provide us your resume? Opposite things start happening. Nowadays, we are in an era where I think getting a job is not that much difficult. The only thing is we are lacking the opportunities. We don't know where to go, where to reach out, how to reach out to people, how to apply a cold mail to people. That is the only thing where people are still lagging. So please, after the session, do create your own LinkedIn profile if you don't have. Second category is those people who do have LinkedIn profile, but they have not updated it. How many of you are there? They have their account, but it's been a while, they have not even seen what is happening on LinkedIn, right? Again, I feel there will be many, right? Please, you can just go on my YouTube channel and you will be able to see a playlist by the name of Career Development. I'll show you today itself. There I have specified with respect to LinkedIn part per se also that how can we create an impressive LinkedIn profile. So please try to update your LinkedIn profile with a proper formal picture, with the proper formal educational details, whatever knowledge you have, whatever projects you have done, whatever strengths you have, please showcase that. See, when you go to the market, you have to be very good in terms of your strength. You have to showcase that. And one way to showcase that is your resume, and second way is LinkedIn. And if you will ask me, the people who have a strong LinkedIn profile, chances are very high that you will go to the interviews very, very fastly as comparable to those people who don't even have their own LinkedIn profile. As a fresher, LinkedIn plus I would say GitHub, both are very important. GitHub is something where you will upload your projects. Both of them actually plays a very important role. And if you will try to create a great LinkedIn and GitHub profile, it will really impact you and help you to have more interview rounds with top-notch companies, right? Very first thing. Second thing is, whenever you're trying to create a resume, try to attach a measurable metrics. What is the meaning of that? Simple meaning is, let's say you created one project and let's say you are applying some machine learning algorithm and you achieved an accuracy of 80%. Initially, you are applying maybe one algorithm A1 and then you have applied the algorithm A2 and your accuracy improved by, let's say, 20 or 30%. So this percentage number, which I am saying, if you will refer that metrics, that number in your resume, it will really impact a lot. Rather than saying ki I have built that project, I have done this much, that much, try to write a appropriate metrics there. Okay? Numbers. Talk in terms of numbers. For example, you're working in some company. What people usually say, I ran a campaign and it really helps my company to build a lot of revenue. How much? How people will get to know? Instead of saying that, just say I will be able to achieve a revenue and increase the revenue of the company by, let's say, 40%. Now you have mentioned some number which is very impressive, and that helps the HR to know that okay, he or she can become the asset to my company as well. I should give them the chance. Second important thing, whenever you will write your bullet points in the resume, this is something which you have to make sure. You will always talk in numbers. You will not talk I have done this or that. If you have done, how much percentage you have improved, right? Third important thing is use appropriate keywords. That is where AI based tools came into picture. Nowadays, when you create your own resume, many AI based tools are there. Before HR will look into your resume, first of all, that ATS compliant tools will look into your resume. And if the appropriate keywords are not there, what is the meaning of keywords? For example, a job posting of machine learning engineer is there. Okay, let's say. Now, what will happen? You will mention machine learning. Maybe you will mention random forest, XGBoost. Whatever be the concepts related to machine learning we have, mention that. So that they will be, your tools will be able to understand that, okay, this person belongs to machine learning category only, right? They know the concepts of machine learning. So you have to use the appropriate keyword with respect to the job postings, because that is what they usually feed in the AI based tools. Very, very important thing. Fourth important thing is, I have seen so many people, they feel higher the resume size, higher the chances to get selected in the resume, get selected in the interviews. But it's vice versa. The more, length you will try to create in your resume, it will be a bit hectic for the HR to even look upon your resume. They don't have this much amount of time. Try to at least, if you're a fresher, I always say create a one-page resume itself, right? With the proper headline, and avoid replication. If let's say you have already mentioned in your one of your project, your skill set, don't repeat it again and again. Don't replicate the things. Avoid that. And at the very end, do not use any buzzwords. What is the meaning of that? I have seen so many people who are not really aware about the concepts, but just for the sake of getting selected in the interviews, they will mention so many buzzwords, and they will be like, now to mera ho hi jayega, now to I will be able to get selected in the companies. But once you get selected for the interview round, obviously they will ask the questions from your resume itself, right? So you will get stuck there. So only write those things which you are really sure of, or whatever things you have actually done, right? Only those things you will try to mention. So what we will do now is, we will try to move ahead with respect to the practical illustration of the resume part, and I'll try to showcase you few points. But before that, if let's say you have any sort of doubt, anything you want to ask with respect to whatever points I have discussed here, you can ask from me. Anyone, any doubt till so far?
So guys, you can raise your hand, then ma'am can call you.
Yes, Vivek. Maybe you can unmute yourself and ask.
No, I don't have doubt. I was just saying, just move on, continue.
Okay, perfect. Shall we move ahead then? For everyone, that's the same thing? Perfect. Let's take one simple example here, and with the help of which we will be able to understand the idea behind how can we create a resume. I will also showcase you this template, how can you get that. But first of all, let's try to understand each and every step. So first of all, I personally prefer that you can avoid mentioning the image of you, or maybe address, your marital status. No one cares all these things. Just if you are applying for technical positions, mention in your bold letters what's your good name, whatever be your name you have, just mention that. That's it. That is what is required. After that, Here, there is my phone number, which I have as of now removed. So you just have to specify a few details at the topmost part. Phone number, because if you will not mention that, how can HR will reach out to you? So phone number is very important. Second thing you can see is email ID. Third thing you can see in my resume is LinkedIn. Now, if you will just click on this, it will automatically redirect to my LinkedIn profile, right? If I just sign in, it will automatically redirect to the LinkedIn profile that I have. Fourth thing, if you can see, is my YouTube channel. So because I do have, so if you can see, I have attached that as well. At the very end, you can see my GitHub profile is there. If you will click on this, automatically it is again redirecting to my profile. Now here, if you will be able to observe, if let's say you don't have YouTube, I can understand. But apart from this, as a fresher, you should have your own LinkedIn profile. You should have your own GitHub profile. Gmail, again, be it more professional. Don't write some weird names in your Gmail ID. If you do have, please create one more account which contains a formal email ID of you and the contact number. At least for a fresher, these 4 things are very, very important at the top, right? Now, when I'm saying it is important to create a GitHub profile, LinkedIn profile, if someone will click on that, it should not be empty. Then what is the use of creating that? First of all, once you create a LinkedIn and GitHub profile, update that. For example, if I just showcase you my LinkedIn profile, it's updated, right? Everything is there. Photo is there, background is there. You can see about section is there where everything is mentioned about me. If you can go below, my complete experience is there. So if let's say someone is not aware about me, that person also can directly reach out in my profile and can see each and everything is available. My academia record is available, right? What is my education detail? Completely it is available. My experience is available. Whatever position I have worked upon, which companies I have worked upon. After that, means my YouTube channel, everything, whatever detail anyone wants to know with respect to professional part, everyone and anyone will be able to access that. So you have to update your profile. Then only it's of use to mention in a resume. Now, if let's say if you do have your profile of LinkedIn or GitHub, but it's not updated. For example, if I'll go to my GitHub profile, I do have multiple projects there, right? If let's say someone will go to your profile and they will not see anything, then it's of no use. So when I'm saying create your own GitHub and LinkedIn, I mean to say you should have your updated profile, updated image. Don't upload your 11th, 12th image, right? I have seen so many people, they upload 9th, 10th, 8th image in their professional profile. Updated one. If you don't have, just click, right? It's very easy nowadays. Everyone has a smartphone. So just make sure you will be having your own updated image in both of the cases. So basically what you have to make sure, at least these 4 things, which is the contact detail, email ID, LinkedIn and GitHub, should be there at the top, right? After that, now the next section depends completely on you. Some people usually prefer to write work experience in the top. Some people usually prefer to write. Can you guys please mute yourself? It's echoing. Thank you so much. So what I'm saying is, some people usually prefer to write education at the top. Some people usually prefer to write work experience at the top. Now, on which basis it depends. For example, let's say in a college, you don't have a very great CGPA. For example, when I'm saying very great, maybe let's say you have less than 7 CGPA. 7 is, I think, good. It's an average and you can mention that at the top. But if let's say you have less than 7, so you can avoid writing at the top, right? Similarly, if let's say now someone has already mentioned that are we supposed to add 10th and 12th marks? So I usually, because I hold a master's degree, so it doesn't really matters. It's enough for me to write a master's and bachelor's. Now, I think you guys are doing a BSc degree, right? So for you, it's important. I would say it would be great if you can mention your 12th grade. Don't go for 10th one. Just mention your BSc grade, whatever CGPA you are currently holding in your degree. Plus, mention the relevant coursework if you have a space properly. It's optional, but if it would be great if you can mention whatever subjects you are learning as of now. So this resume was the one which I have created when I was doing, I think 1 year back, my job. So that's the resume. Updated one, again, I'll showcase you in a resume part number 2. But this is the one which I think for you guys will work very well. It's a 1-page resume, you can clearly see. And you can mention all the things. So it's a horizontal direction. You don't have much things to mention. So I think this will work perfectly well, this kind of a template, where initially you will mention the education. I think you guys don't even have a work experience, if I'm not wrong, right? So maybe you can mention about the internship. So if you have done the internship, you can mention that in your college, right? In the work experience, I am saying. If let's say you don't have done the internship, it's okay. Just don't write this section. Remove this section, and instead of writing work experience, write your projects here. Definitely you have done projects in your college, right? So in that case, what you're supposed to do, you just have to, instead of work experience, after writing education details, if you have done internship, please do mention that in the work experience. If you have not done that, remove this section, and instead of that, mention project section in the second place, where you will specify whatever projects you have done. Now, if let's say you want to apply for positions based on AI, in that case, please make sure you will write those projects, right? Please make sure you will try to do the projects synced with your positions. If let's say you're interested in machine learning, please make sure you will be having machine learning projects, because how companies will get to know that you can implement stuffs. So that's why I always say, please focus on implementation of the projects as well, apart from having a CGPA in the college, apart from having other curriculum activities which you are doing. Please try to pay attention with respect to the project part. Even CGPA also, I will say, at least try to maintain 7. More than 7 would be great, at least more than equal to 7. You will see many seniors will say, don't focus on CGPA, just focus on skill set and so on. But I always prefer that this CGPA is also indicating somehow that how sincere and disciplined you are, right? So don't ignore this particular number as well, because sometimes companies like Microsoft, companies like Google, they will mention a number and you won't even able to select, sit for the company's placement if you are below that number. Usually Microsoft, Google says 8 CGPA or 8.5. So accordingly, please make sure you will maintain that. And I think in a college, it's not difficult. If you will study 2 days before, I think everyone has that much caliber to gain that much CGPA, at least 7, I am saying. So please make sure, don't ignore this fact as well, because this is important. I don't know, people usually say ignore it. I am not in the favor of ignoring this thing also. Please make sure you will have at least this much CGPA. After that, projects part, second thing, very important, right? At least try to create minimum, I'm saying, 2 projects as a fresher. So I am expecting you guys are freshers. So at least you should have 2 great projects in your portfolio. When I'm saying 2 great projects, it should be end to end, where you can showcase to anyone that this is the work which I have done. And this is how, the project flows. Everything you should be aware of. Maybe you have learned this project from some mentor, but you have implemented that. Because once you do the implementation, then only you will get the idea, you will get the actual knowledge that how the project is going to work internally. Until or unless you will not implement that project, you will not get the idea. So please make sure, even though you will take the projects from seniors or from mentors or from any XYZ place, you will do something on top of that. That's the only thing which I'm requesting from everyone, right? After that, here I have mentioned freelance teaching experience. Again, you can avoid this completely. Now, if you will avoid this, what thing you can mention? You can mention heading as technical skills, right? It's very important to specify, where you will specify maybe in programming how much knowledge you have. So let me showcase you, if I have that thing with me, how I'm mentioning. So let me just showcase you. Yes, this is something which I'm talking about. So here you can see, right? This is something which I'm saying. If you can write this kind of a technical skills, where programming language you will specify whatever data science skill set you have, machine learning, deep learning skill set you have. This is very important. As a fresher, again, I am saying you should specify that part as well. Instead of this freelance teaching experience, you can mention technical skill set, right? After that, the last header should be your scholastic achievements. Now, if let's say you will say, I don't have achievements to mention, so what would I mention? So in that case, maybe you can rename it with respect to certifications if you are holding, right? Certifications, or you can mention extracurricular activities, right? Anything you can specify, or some people specify hobbies. So it's an optional thing. I will prefer, if let's say someone is having some great achievements, mention that. If you don't have, mention certifications. If you don't have, mention extracurricular activities, right? This is something which you have to make sure. So until so far, is there any issue with respect to whatever things I have discussed with respect to this particular template? So I'm just wrapping it up with respect to this particular resume part. You have to think whether you should mention education detail first or projects detail first. If your education CGPA is good, that is your strength, mention that upfront. If not, take project upfront, mention that. At least create good projects. That is something which you can do. If you don't have a good CGPA, you can create a good projects. See, at the end of the day, what we want is, we want to impress the HR. That is the ultimate thing we are doing. So you have to mention those things upfront, which are your strengths. Now, having a great CGPA, having a great college, maybe you are from IIT Madras, so you can mention that. That's a strength for you, right? Similarly, having a great experience may be a strength for someone. Having a great projects may be a strength for someone. So it varies. Having a great skill set is a strength for someone. So whatever is your strength, mention at the top. And then go step by step below, from higher strength to the lower strength. That's how you should go. That's how the flow could be. And nothing is compulsory here. If you will see that maximum people are writing educational details, it's not compulsory. No one said that it's a set rule. No, you can avoid that. Depending upon which is your strength, that's the ultimate thing. Right? Is it fine? Shall we proceed? Now, let's move ahead with respect to the second part of the resume, where we will be having the, again, name. See, it's a horizontal resume, which is the first template that we have seen. Now, if let's say there is someone who say ki, I have many things apart from whatever you have shared. And maybe when you're creating a horizontal resume, what usually happens that you cannot mention multiple things. And as I told you that, you should create one-page resume as a fresher. So initially I tried to mention all the things in my horizontal resume. So as you can see, the problem is it went to the second page. So to avoid that, then I have updated my resume to make it again one page, which is 2 column. So if you have multiple things to specify, in that case, go for 2 column resume. Within one page, you can specify many things now. Again, see, whatever 4 things which I told you, again, it is there. I have my email ID, I have contact number, LinkedIn ID, and the GitHub ID. So these 4 things are important. I have removed the YouTube thing because it is there below. That's the only reason. It's optional. Many people don't have. So it's something which you can avoid, but these 4 things should be mandatory for everyone. Now again, I have specified my education details at the top front because I believe it's my core strength, right? After that, work experience I have mentioned. So this is the updated one where I'm doing a freelance work currently. I'm not linked with any company as a full-time because I'm working on my own startup, which is Tech for All with Priya. So here I have mentioned currently what things I am doing. So I am, so here you can click, if you will click, you will incline towards my, landing page as well. So here you can see I have specified what things I am doing. I have done a collaboration with the Geeks for Geeks and US based clients for the working of data science projects. Second thing is I'm managing my own platform. So now if someone will click that Tech for All with Priya, you can see I have attached a URL. So automatically they will be able to see, okay, what she is doing in her own platform, how she has designed it. So if you will be able to observe whatever things I'm mentioning, I'm giving a proof as well. See, look upon that. So I have mentioned the URL. Automatically, if someone will click on that particular link, they will directly come to my landing page. Okay, she's having this many courses. Okay, this is what she is having. This is the complete profile which she has. Everything is there, right? Now, if I'll go back, again, it is coming as a resume part. Online platform aimed at helping learners acquiring practical skills in data science and DSA. Designer delivered comprehensive courses, worked on a variety of data science projects, everything I have mentioned, right? Then before that, what I was doing, I was working as a data science manager in Iron company. So whatever things I have done, I have provided that thing. Similarly, now you can see in my work experience, again, my focus is on mentioning the numbers. So you can see nearly 50% customer rate I have improved. So again, software engineer, whatever things I have done, I have specified that. Now, in case of skills and strengths, whatever technical skills I was talking about in the first resume page, if you can see in this case, I have mentioned that technical skills in my second resume here very clearly. And now you can see within one page, everything I will be, it's, very simply, I will be able to combine everything. Because as you get more experience, you will be having more things to mention. So within one page, maybe when you're writing or creating a horizontal wise, it's difficult to mention. So that is where you can move ahead with respect to 2-column resume, which will be able to help you to mention so many things. Again, honor and highlights, I have specified the scholarship which I got. Here I have specified my YouTube channel. So again, if someone will click upon that, automatically they will be redirect to my YouTube channel as well, right? So everything has its own proof. Again, received. So here again, you can, if you will click, you will be able to see the complete podcast I have attached, which I had with Red FM people. So this is again, I have taken workshops, corporate training sessions, guest lectures, just like the way I'm delivering here. So everything I have mentioned here. Then also, because when you do master's or PhD, it's very important for you to specify what research work you have done. Or if you have any publications, if you have published that, it's very important for the people who have done master's or PhD to specify. So that is what I have specified, that in my master's program at IIT Hyderabad, what research I have done. So again, if you can see here, again, I have specified my project, what basically I have done, and how this project is helping to the community. Everything I have specified very clearly. Then I have done the publications also for the same research work. So if you will click on this part, automatically it will point out to the research paper which I have published. You can see very first name is Priya Bhatia. So what I mean to say is, whatever things you are doing, first thing is try to attach the link of that, if possible for you. See, few things you can say it's confidential. Companies are not saying us to attach that, or you are saying ki it's confidential. College people are saying ki don't attach or make it public. That is completely fine. For example, whatever research I have done, so my professor told me that don't make it public. So the code part you cannot make it public because it's not your own work, but also there are other people are there, authors are there. So I have not made it public, but whatever things are public, at least try to attach that thing so that if anyone will come and see your resume, they will be able to get a sense that, okay, this person is very genuine. This person is very honest with respect to whatever work he has done. So this is how the flow of resume should go. One important thing which you will observe in my resume also, in both the cases, whether it's a version 1 or it's a version 2, the way to write the experience, or whenever you will write the projects part, it should always in bullet points. Many people, you will observe, they will write a paragraph. No one has a time to read your paragraph, right? Just make sure you will write the points, bullet points, that okay, whatever things you have done, highlight again keywords. For example, try to write the actionable words: collaborated, created, designed, worked, lead, maybe conducted, performed. All these are the actionable words that we have. So start your work experience or projects part with the actionable words and make it bullet points. It should be 3 or maximum 4. Don't go beyond that. And just make it a summary of these 3-4 points in your projects, whatever you have. So this is the overall idea of how can you create your great resume. Again, there are many things which maybe we can improvise more on this resume part, but I feel if you will work upon this until this part also. So my resume got selected in Google from, you can name any company, top product based companies to the startups, and I have interviewed with respect to every company. So what I can say from my experience, that these resumes, so whether this or this, will be great resume if you will just follow whatever guidance I have given you till so far. Now, if you have any question, you can ask from me. Then maybe we can move ahead and I'll tell you that how can you create this resume. So till so far we have discussed how we should, write the points, how our resume should look like. Now, I think everyone should have this question that, Priya, okay, you have talked about so many things, but you didn't talk about that. How can we create that? So which platform have you used to create these resumes? What kind of template you have used? So I will share that detail very soon. But before that, if you have any question, please do ask from me.
Guys, you can raise your hand, then we will go person by person. So please raise your hand.
Or maybe you can write in the chat window. I will take it step by step. Anything whichever you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I have a question. Can I ask?
Yes, Govind. Yeah, please ask.
Yeah. So one of my question is, like, suppose I cleared my GATE exam or
Yes.
some certifications which I get. So should I insert the hyperlinks of that in the resume, or the writing the details is sufficient? Like in your
For
case,
example, you are saying GATE exam, right? It's you have achieved or qualified that. Everyone doesn't qualify the GATE exam. How much percentage of people qualify GATE exam?
well, I
I'm
am
asking
just
a
aware about
question.
my AIR. My
So
AIR,
there is
like
a
I
percentage, right? So basically, if you will be able to see, maybe at my time 33 percentile was the case. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a percentage, and almost I would say definitely not everyone will be able to qualify that percentage which is specified. Every year it gets changed. So what I'm saying is it's a big achievement. You can just specify whatever percentile you will be able to get. For example, let's say you got 99 percentile. So you can definitely specify. Maybe you can again make a header as scholastic achievements, or you can make a header as honors and highlights. And when you're writing got 99 percentile in GATE 2023, let's say in CS. So when you're saying GATE 2023 99 percentile, you can make a URL which highlights your GATE certificate which you got, whatever you are specifying, AIR or
The scorecard.
percentile. So scorecard. So anyone can visit that and they will be able to see. Yes, it's great. If you can, please do that.
Yes, ma'am. One question again.
Yes.
Like you told, ki if you have scholastic achievements, certifications, hobbies, so replace these things. Don't make a cluster. So in my case, I have certain scholastic achievements and also some certifications, and at the same time, I also have some extracurricular activities. So in that case,
Okay.
which should I give a preference to these, or should I include all three of them, or what should be the approach?
See, basically now see, if you have multiple things, you have to prioritize. Again, I am saying, please don't go beyond one page. First of all, out of whatever things you have mentioned, I have multiple extracurricular activities also, I have multiple certifications also, and I have multiple scholastic achievements also. So what do you think? If you are giving a resume to the HR, maybe for a profile of data science position, out of these three, which one is first priority, P1?
Yeah,
Out of these
scholastic
three,
achievements.
scholastic achievements. So write that and check it out. Ki, is it fitting my one-page resume? Do I have more space to specify? And if you feel ki, हाँ, I have more space, again check. ठीक है. Out of further pending two things, extracurricular activities and certifications, which makes more sense to add?
Certifications will be in more sense.
Certifications, right? So then go for certifications. Avoid extracurricular. Extracurricular for those people who don't have scholastic achievements, who don't have certifications, just to fill up the space. It's an optional thing. But if you have a scholastic achievement, obviously you will mention that. So if you can see out of these three, what do you think? I don't have any other thing to specify. I do have, and everyone do have. But you have to prioritize ki, acha, these three will make more sense when I'll add, and it will impact a lot. And it fits in one page, right? I cannot extend it. Don't make 7, 8 points, because if you will make that, no one will read your first point also. That's the
Yes.
problem. So limited information, and that information is very much important for the company. So what I have mentioned, or what you should mention, is something which syncs with the profile. We are not, for example, someone mentioned ki in extracurricular activities, I'm very good in music. I'm a musician. I love to play guitar. See, I'm again saying these things are not bad. Actually, I praise these things, these people who usually do this kind of activities, right? But what I'm saying is, ki, if let's say you have a space, please mention that. But if you don't have that much space, so what do you think as a data science position, does these things will help you to shortlist? No, right? The answer is no. So please mention the achievements, scholastic achievements if you have on the very first priority. Then certifications if you have a space. Still, if you have a space, mention the co-curricular activities if you have. If you don't have, remove that. That's it. Make sense?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Got it.
Perfect.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yes, please ask.
Ma'am, if I have 4 projects, 2 is related to data science and 2 is related to programming, and if
Perfect.
I'm applying for a data science position,
Hmm.
so should I mention all the 4 projects or only 2 projects which is related to data science?
Good question. So that's where, if you remember, I have talked about the points. Point number 2 in my presentation, that try to create at least 2-3 variations of your resume. What is the meaning of that? The simple meaning is, let's say you are applying for a position of, okay, let's say you're applying for a position of maybe data science. So just create one resume which is specifically for the position of data science. Create another resume which is specifically for the position of software engineer. And what you can do is you can write the project specifically data science for the machine learning engineering position or data science position, and you will apply that version 2 on the programming based positions that you have, software engineering or software developer, and all those positions that we have. So accordingly, maybe you can divide your resume into 2 components, different templates also. You can look upon that. Whatever company is looking for, you have to see it very consciously, the job profile, the job description, and accordingly in every company try to restructure your resume. I have seen so many people, they usually create only one resume, that too they take from their seniors, just do some changes and then pass the same thing to every company. Very bad habit. You have to change your resume depending upon what kind of job description they're talking about, right? That's how your resume will get shortlisted. So that is the thing which you have to make sure at your end. You have to do your own research before applying to any company, and you have to restructure your resume accordingly. So the great way could be, answering your question, if you can divide your resume into 2 parts, maybe you can rename it when you will save it in your Drupal. This resume is for my data science position, this resume is for my software engineering positions, and accordingly you can give that. Because if you will mention multiple projects, again, in an interview you will stuck. They will ask multiple questions. Limited information you should specify. I think 2 projects are also more than enough. If you can have 3, that would be great, but 2 is also fine. But don't make it 4, 5, 6. Then again, one thing is you are extending your resume size. Second thing is you are giving so much information to the interviewer कि they can easily get you stuck in the interview. They can ask you anything. You can give them more options. They will ask you anything, and then maybe you can get stuck. So give limited information where you're very comfortable, you are having very great expertise. And I feel resume is something which directs our interview as well, right? Resume plus 1 question. Can you talk about yourself? If you will see, whenever you will give the interview, because I have taken so many interviews, I have given so many interviews, the very first question which interviewer asks from you is, can you talk about yourself? Very first question. So the way you are answering that question directs your interview as a whole, and the way you have your resume with you, that will also direct your resume a lot. So please make sure these 2 things you will prepare very well, and please spend the time. You are spending 4 years of your degree. You are spending so much time in order to learn the skill set. You are spending so much time in order to learn the programming languages. At least you can spend 1 day, 2 days in order to create your own resume, right? This much you can do, because this actually will give you the opportunity to land a job, to get a great package, right? So this is very, 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 very important. Please make sure you will give at least 1 or 2 days to create your resume in a proper way. Don't copy paste from someone and just send it to everyone, right?
Okay, ma'am. One more doubt. If I have completed 4 to 5 Kaggle competitions and have achieved a good rank in all of them, is it advisable to list all of them in the project section, or only 2 to 3?
Can you tell me your ranks?
In one competition,
again,
I got third rank out of 1,000 people,
Okay.
and another was steel plate defection prediction.
Okay.
In that, I achieved a rank of 33 out of 2,200 people.
Okay.
And in one competition, I got 79 out of 977 people. So,
Okay. So
should I mention?
see, the good way is you should mention all of them, because again, this is indicating something which is unique. It's your USP. Everyone have their own USPs. It's your own unique selling point, which you can tell to the interviewer or to the HR that, okay, I have worked so hard in Kaggle competitions as well, and these are the ranks which I have got in these competitions. 3 competitions only you have talked about, and I think it's very easy to mention these 3 competitions in your resume. So please do mention that. I think it's important. With respect to data science specifically, it's great. It's a good achievement. Mention all.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other
Ma'am,
question
one
anyone is
question.
having? Yeah, please.
One question. So this might be specifically with relation to startups, but when we are usually sending the resume out to HR, etc., how much time or effort would you suggest we putting in the email aspect of it? And is there any structure that
Your
you would
voice is
tell
very
us?
low, actually. Can you just again ask the question, maybe close to your mic?
Sure. So my question was, this might be related only to the startups, but you should send out resumes to the HR. How much time or effort would you suggest we put it into the email aspect of it, the writing aspect?
Okay. So I believe in today's era, if you will, as a fresher, create an impressive profile on LinkedIn, and you will start actively working upon LinkedIn part by creating a community post, I'm damn sure HRs will reach out to you. First point. Create your good profile on LinkedIn plus Naukri. Second thing is, if let's say you are just starting it out, definitely it requires a lot of time, effort. Maybe at least you have to give 1 year to reach to that point. In that duration, maybe start cold mailing to HRs. You can mail to them. Now, it's very important how you are mailing to HRs. It really impacts a lot. So whenever you are writing a mail to the HR, just make sure you are, first of all, be very formal. Second thing, try to introduce whatever be the strengths you have. Thirdly, you can take a help of ChatGPT nowadays. You can just specify that I want to reach out to HR. Could you please draft me a mail of how can I write with respect to this position, because I'm very much interested. And you can just on top of that response make some changes depending upon your profile and maybe share to them. Now, when you are saying I am reaching to HR with respect to any position, always make sure you will not get response from maximum HRs, right? Because this cold mailing will work, but until some extent, right? So the good way is definitely to have that much impressive profile that HRs are reaching out to you. But if you're reaching out, make sure probability of getting a response back is very, very low. So by saying that, how can you increase your probability? Send mails to multiple HRs. Maybe if you will send 100 mail to the HRs of different companies, you will get response of at least 5 or 10, if your luck is good. So what people usually do is they send very few people the mail, and then they are like very demotivated that no one is responding me back. I don't know what's the issue, because many people are not even looking your mail. They are getting this kind of mail on a daily basis, hundreds of mails. The mails are full of students' information and all these things. So you have to understand this part and accordingly try to reach out to multiple people. What you have to do is just copy paste the mail, change the information, that's it. But you have to do it on your side until you reach to a point where now you have this many followers and your own brand value, where companies are reaching out to you for the work. You are not reaching out to them. But start from today onwards. Please, nowadays, I believe you are from IIT, no one cares. You are working in some tier 1 company, no one cares. Because when firing happens, tier 1 companies also fired. When placements doesn't happen, IITs also don't able to place the people, right, students. So what I mean to say by saying all these things, I have seen so many people who just flaunt that, okay, I am from IIT, or who just flaunt I am from this XYZ company, I'm working here and there. By mentioning all these stuffs, I don't think nowadays you will get the brand value until or unless you will do your own effort, you will try to showcase your own knowledge to the audience, right? So please make sure you will have your own genuine skill set. There are so many people who are not from big colleges working very great. There are so many people who doesn't even go to any big companies doing great. People know them. So try to create your own brand value. Don't rely on the company. Don't rely on the IITs. Don't rely on any XYZ thing. Create your own brand, and that will really help you in the long run. At least in 2024, this statement I can make. The way things are changing, the way AI is taking up so many things, you should have your own brand value. By saying brand value, you should have your own great skill set, great knowledge. You should have the capability to learn every day, and that is where you will be able to survive in this world. There is no other way. Everyone is doing the same thing. Those who are doing great, they are learning on an everyday basis, right? So yes, any other question anyone is having?
Ma'am, there is a 2 people who has raised their hand. So let's go to the Aditya Hariyar. Aditya, please turn on your mic and ask your question. Whatever you have.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, Aditya. Yeah, please ask.
Actually, I'm a person with autism, and if I apply job under the disabled category, so should I mention disability in the CV?
No, you don't need to mention in the CV, because nowadays when you are applying to any company, they definitely ask this question. So if you are specifying there, that is the only thing which you're supposed to do. Don't need to mention on the resume part itself.
Means if they ask only, I should tell.
They will ask, like every company, when you will apply, they're asking. So explicitly don't need to specify. It's company's responsibility, they will ask. I think 99% companies are asking also today. If 1% company is not asking, it's completely fine. Maybe when you reach to the interview round, you can specify to the interviewer, whosoever will take the interview, but no need to specify in the resume itself. Okay.
Okay, so let's go to the Deva. Deva, please turn on your mic and ask your questions, whatever you have.
Good evening, ma'am.
Deva.
Yes, Deva. Good evening.
Yeah, ma'am. My question is, what is the importance of cover letter? Since in many recruiting websites, they ask if you want to add a cover letter, but it's optional.
Yes. So basically, cover letter again signifies your picture, like whatever things you have done. Usually, cover letter plays again a very important role because many people don't usually upload the cover letter. So in that cover letter, you should specify your motivation. For example, in your resume, you are limited to the information, right? You have specified your things in a bullet point to the limited information. In a cover letter, you can go in detail. Ki, acha, I have made this project. What's my motivation behind that? What challenges I have faced? How I have resolved those challenges? So when you're writing a cover letter, you can say it's a depthness of the resume itself. Nothing more than that. It's just that cover letter you can extend by 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page. It's just you are trying to improvise whatever knowledge you have provided in the resume. You're just extending that. That's the only thing which you have writing there. So if possible, maybe you can check out the multiple templates of a cover letter as well before writing it down. And nowadays, I think for content creation, go for ChatGPT. It's really amazing platform. At least on a daily basis, I'm using that platform for my content creation part. Maybe on LinkedIn, maybe on Instagram, anywhere you can just refer that by saying that don't copy paste. I never copy pasted the things. Once you get the template, improvise on top of that. That is where we as a human being came into picture. If you're just copy pasting, then it's of no use. No one will like it. You should have something personal which is attached. Then only people will get connection with you. That's the only thing which you have to make sure. Right?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
So one thing which is very important I want to specify in this session itself before we will move ahead, that the creation of this resumes, which I have just now shown you, the two different types of templates. You can either refer Canva or you can refer Overleaf. There are other platforms as well. But personally, if you will ask from me that Priya, from where you have designed and which platform you like the most, so I will favor Overleaf. Whatever templates I have shown you or whatever I will make in future, I personally like the Overleaf template. It requires a latex code. You don't need to be pro in that. So if you will just search here overleaf.com. So let me just show you Overleaf resume templates. Just click on this templates part. You will be able to see a lot many templates will automatically come up. Now, for example, the first version was, I think, this similar, you can see this similar template which I have shown you in my case, right? So you just have to open this as a template and automatically you will be able to get a latex file. What you're supposed to do is, once you will create an account, just have to edit this naming part, summary part, work experience part, projects part, and so on. So I personally prefer Overleaf, but there is a Canva also where you can find multiple resume templates, and there might be some other platforms also, which I'm not aware of, but definitely you can check it out, these platforms. Now, if let's say you want to go in very detail that Priya, okay, I want to see how actually this templates I can upload, what kind of code I am supposed to write, how can I edit it? Can you show this to me? So I will provide this PPT to Abhishek and he will share it with everyone. So there is a link of my playlist, which you can check it out, where there are 3 videos where how to create an impressive resume using Overleaf. Then in the second video, I have talked about with code, how can you make the changes. In the third video, you will see I have taken a live resume review, which you will be, with the help of which you will be able to understand that which things you have to avoid. Although this session already gives you so much knowledge about the same, but still if you want to look upon that, you can look upon this. It's a freely available video on the platform of YouTube on my channel. So you can just check it out. This is specifically for the resume per se. On an Overleaf, how can we create resume step by step? I will highly recommend, please go check out the videos step by step. I have shown all the steps in the videos, and I think with implementing those steps, you will be easily able to create the resume very well, right? So with this, thank you so much for this particular session. I hope that you have gained so much knowledge with respect to how you can create a resume, what things you have to make it as a necessity, how can you prioritize the things, how can you create the resume, what points you have to take care of while creating a resume, what platform you can refer. References I have already given you. If you want, you can also connect with me via LinkedIn. I have provided my LinkedIn ID here. Also, if you go to the LinkedIn and just search Priya Bhatia, you will get my ID. That's not an issue. Apart from this, you can follow my YouTube channel. Also, you can also follow my platform of Tech for All with Priya. It's just 4 months back I have started this journey, and it's going very amazing. I have launched so many courses. So if you are preparing for your interviews with respect to DSA, data science, if you want to explore the courses, please go explore, check it out. You can ask the feedback from the people who are already the learners of this particular platform. You can check the testimonials. And if you will feel ki it might be the case, it might be helpful for me as well, please go and enroll, right? This is the thing which I really want to share in this particular session. Now, if you have any other question, please do ask. I will share this presentation with Abhishek. Definitely, I think he'll share with everyone. You guys must have some group. So definitely, Abhishek, I request you to please.
I will say, ma'am. I will say, ma'am.
Okay.
There is two student has raised their hand. So let's go to the Karan. Karan, please turn on your mic, ask your doubt, whatever you have.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Karan. Yeah, please ask.
So, ma'am, I was asking for beginners how one should start making projects and get into these things. Asking about your journey, how you started.
See, Kaggle is a very good platform as a fresher. So I have listened from one guy that he has done so much amazing job there. As a fresher, you will be able to get lot of project ideas from Kaggle platform also. That platform hosting a lot of competitions, which I really recommend to everyone. Please join that. Please get a good position in the leaderboard, and you have your friends in this meeting who has done amazing job. Connect with him, talk to him, ki how you have done that, how you're exploring that thing. So I think when you are doing a group study, it really impacts a lot. Share the knowledge with each other, right? Don't be in that era ki I will not share. What if he will move ahead with respect to me? This is a very creepy thinking. I always respect those people who definitely want to share their own journey, their own learnings. So please do share and listen to each and every one, whatever things they are doing, and it really motivates you. With respect to data science, Kaggle is the best platform which you can work upon. With respect to your own research, you can focus on Google research website, where if you will go, you will be able to see the current research papers which is going on, whatever research is going on. Apart from this, there is UCI repository, which you can follow in machine learning to explore the real-time data sets and to currently work upon that. So these three are the platforms which I personally like. Apart from this, do follow some amazing people on LinkedIn and YouTube to get the knowledge with respect to how the things are going on. Also, with respect to this end-to-end project, you can also join my membership program on YouTube. I forget to share, but if that is the question, let me share. So here I am trying to create the data science project specifically on my channel. So it's a good start if you want to see that. For example, I have shared a complete end-to-end project for text with GPT-2. You will see from the start till the end. That is good for the start point. Then customer segmentation. From my channel itself, you will be able to get few projects which is end-to-end. And in this month also, I'm working upon that one project. So specifically, this is for the freshers like you only, who will be able to get an idea, because these kind of things are limited on YouTube. And that is where I really want to fill the gap. And I want to share the knowledge with respect to the people who are really interested in the specifically AI part, with respect to end-to-end projects personally. So you will follow this part as well. You can just start it out. Also, apart from this, there are other channels like Enrage Kalapati. You can follow him. He's a very good mentor teaching in Stanford. He has also done his PhD from Stanford itself. Apart from this, Krishnayak videos are there. You can follow his channel. So there are multiple videos. You can follow them. Apart from this, instead of just following people, do the implementation. That is something which you cannot avoid. So Kaggle platform, UCI repository for machine learning, and Google research for the research papers per se. Do follow these things. I hope it answers your question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I noted it all. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thanks a lot. Yes. One person has asked, can you share the template one more time? So I have shared here the link which Abhishek will give you, the presentation. From there you will get the link. And when you will click on this videos now, you will see below my own template also is there. Priya's resume template. This is same which I have shown you. So you will be able to get access of this template. So there is a latex file which is available, which you can download, and you can create a same resume, which I just now shared with you by writing your own details. So from there you can access it. So I will just now after the session share this particular PPT with the Abhishek, and then definitely you will be able to access all the links. Okay. Any other question? Yes, Rahul, please ask.
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Yes, hello. Yeah, please ask.
Yeah, this question might be a little out of context from this session, but I wanted to ask that if someone means trying to have a career change from entirely different field because of some constraints and have a couple of years of experience in corporate sector, but not in coding background. So what should he consider in his resume to apply for any internship or a company?
Can you give me some background? Like you have, like let's say XYZ person is having technical experience.
Yes. In my case,
okay.
Yeah, I have done marine engineering, and I also worked for 6 months on ships. But due to some medical conditions, I have to quit sailing. And after that, I joined marine related corporate office for working. And after that, I started course in IITM in diploma in programming. So I am trying to have a career change from there because my core field was slept off from my hands because of medical conditions.
Okay. So, with respect to this part, because your domain is very out of the box with respect to what you are doing, the only thing which we can think of here is maybe at the end, not at the top, in your resume, you can add that section where whatever work you have done in the past, you can define that maybe in extra curricular activities, whatever things you have done. So this should not be considered as an experience in the corporate. That's the thing. So, but obviously when you work somewhere, you get some experience, you get some knowledge, not technical, but non-technical things are also there, which is a part of our work. So whatever skill set you have gained from that particular job, maybe you can specify that in general in your resume at the end. So it's something like people will go, they will just focus, acha, this is the background which he carries, but now he wants to have an interest in this particular domain. And for you specifically, I'm saying, please showcase your interest by building some great projects. That is the only thing by which you can tell to someone that, okay, now I'm actually interested in this particular part, and this is where I have built my own projects. And your project section should be at the top, where you can showcase to them that, okay, this is what I have done. Okay? Your experience at the bottom and your project section at the top with respect to whatever things you are doing currently in IITM.
Yeah, okay? Thank you.
Perfect. Any other question? Maybe I should stop presenting. And yeah.
Guys, if you have any question, then please raise your hand. Yeah, okay.
Yes, Prachi.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to ask if I want any kind of help, can I join your channel and ask for help? Means any
Yes,
kind of.
definitely. Definitely, definitely. Definitely.
Okay, ma'am. Because I'm
Also,
a graduate.
you can connect with me on LinkedIn and you can ping me over there as well. Whatever is comfortable to you. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I think we are out of time, so we can wrap up now, right? How's the session? Have you guys enjoyed it? Any feedback? Have you
Yes,
guys
ma'am.
learned
A
something
lot.
from this past 1 hour?
I
Yes,
will
Very
reduce
nice.
the cost. I will send
very
you.
nice
Very
session.
informative.
Great.
Very
Great.
nice.
Very nice session.
Thank you
Okay,
so
guys.
much for this opportunity. I really find you guys having good energy, and I feel you guys will do something great in future. Everyone is asking so many questions with respect to data science, resume part. How can we make ourselves as a best version? So that is something which I find very great. Energy is good, the vibe is good, which I felt here. So looking forward, maybe we'll see you next time, right? So thanks a lot. Yes, Abhishek, do you want to say something at the end?
Yes, sure. As we conclude our session, I want to express my gratitude to Priya Bhatia ma'am for their invaluable advice to all of you for participating actually today. Thank you all for making this resume building session as a successful session. So for getting updates, you can follow Sundarvan's house Insta page and LinkedIn page for getting updates for upcoming episode of placement series. So please check out the Sundarvan's Insta page and LinkedIn page. And thank you so much all for being here. And thank you so much, ma'am, to accepting our invitation and giving so much knowledge about related to resume building, which helps a lot of
Thanks a
students.
lot.
As you saw here, right, a lot of students. Even I saw initially there was 100 people, and till the end, initially before 10 or 20 minutes, there was a 100 people who are continuously learning
Yes.
whatever you were telling them. So thank you
Right.
so much for your session, for accepting our invitation. And guys, for
Perfect.
getting updates related to our placement series, please check out our Instagram handles and our LinkedIn handles of Sundarvan's House, and you will get updates for upcoming sessions also. Okay. Thank you
Okay,
all.
then. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See ya.